Hey, I'm DanLanPro, checking out my new YouTube.com DanLanPro channel. I hope you've been over there and I hope you subscribe because this is where we're going to be doing our live streaming from. We get ready to set a time for our actual regular scheduled show. So we'll be doing that real shortly. We also told you about a dedicated website coming. So we'll be giving you the address to that as well. So you can come on there and see how to find out about some of the lessons that we do, some of the online classes, and some of the other content that we'll be creating. So it's a lot of things coming. I've been talking about it for a while, but like I was busy. And as you see, what I was doing was I was working on finishing up my degree program because that was one of my personal goals. Once I retired, I want to finish that up. So I devoted a lot of time to that. So when people say, "Where you been?" That's usually the answer that I have now. Is that's what I was doing, amongst other things, studying the regular technology and some of the new inventions that's came out, especially AI, new AI, Chat, GPT. You got Adobe Podcast. You got so many different AI programs that came out. So we're gonna be sharing all that with you, and we've been talking about it for a while. So it's a regular scheduled show, and what we'll be doing, we'll be inviting people to the show that have something to talk about as far as content creation, whether it's in audio, whether it's video, whether it's artificial intelligence, algorithms, some of the things that will interest us and some of the things that you might need to know in order to pursue your interest in podcasting, live streaming, and some of the other things you might want to do online. We want to give some kind of clarity as far as the differences in some of the jobs and some of the responsibilities of the jobs that you may be doing. For example, social media manager is different from video producer, or then you got content creator, you got influencer, you got producer, you got audio people, you got graphic designer, website developer. You got so many different jobs now, or so many different responsibilities when you're trying to produce content. Then you have the question of, after you produce that content, what are you going to do with that content? So now we're getting into content delivery. So as you've seen over the past few months, for those who frequent most of my channels and some of my other media presence, we've been working on a lot of different things, and we've been talking about a lot of different things, but that is the main thing that we focused on, is allowing DanLand Productions to bring clarity as far as the things that interest us, as hopefully we can inspire someone or encourage someone that's interested in these things that may not be the age that I am. But anyway, whatever your personal goal, whatever your personal passion, set that, focus on that, and go for it. That's my motto. Whatever you dream or whatever God bless you to do, you should be able to do it, because God not going to put nothing on you that you can't handle. He's going to give you what you need to do whatever it is you're trying to do. So all the conflict, controversy that you may be experiencing when you know how you tell people, "Hey, I'm working on my degree." Now you in all of this wrapped up trying to explain, "Well, why you wait till you get this? Or why you wait till this?" When you get to explain it, you wind up not even doing what it is you're trying to do. You can do that about building a house. You can do that about producing a documentary. You can say that about anything that you're trying to do. If you talk about it too much, uh, it can shift your focus if you're not being encouraged and inspired by the positive responses to that statement or those statements. So now I'm telling you about what's already here. I'm not telling you about what's coming anymore. I'm telling you what's already here. You see me live right now on my YouTube channel. This is DanLanPro. So as you see, my content creation is getting ready to go to a different level. And I wanted to go to that level because we want you to get the gist of everything we're talking about. So we'll be putting up some new cameras. I use these dinosaur cameras because really a lot of cameras that they used to make are very good. What happened was they started making DSLR cameras, and what it is, you get that depth of field. So if you notice, you don't get that blurry background that set off your foreground picture. So you don't get that depth of field on a lot of the older cameras. However, you get a lot of other tools and bells and whistles on your old dinosaur cameras that you don't get on these new DSLRs, which sometimes if you're not experienced with them, you'll find that focusing or automatic focus or being out on set or on event, it sometimes can be a problem if you're not familiar with that particular type of gear. So I like the dinosaurs. And sometimes one of the tricks that I use is, especially when you green screening, like I do a lot of green screening, you can set that depth of field in your background and still use your dinosaur cameras. And I'm going to show you that in a tutorial as well. So I think the next few tutorials that we're probably going to present on this particular platform will be how to create different sequences in Adobe CC or Premiere CC, how to create sequences. So when you want to do different aspect ratios, you can put that up. So we probably address this or some of the things that I just mentioned as well, as far as how to get depth of field with your green screens, and still be able to use some of the equipment that you might think is obsolete. However, I like new cameras, newer cameras, and it's just so much because of the 4K. But also remember, it doesn't really how much power you have now, because most of these platforms, they're going to drop that back down to 1080 anyway. So, hey, I just wanted to give you some introductory information on the fact that I'll be devoting more time to my channels, my creative flow, my social influence, and we'll be strictly about dedicated websites. We'll be strictly about channels like this and a regular scheduled program that you can look forward to or always go back to and watch the pre-record and get whatever it is that you want. Our website will also be offering you online content that you can utilize to your benefit on a more advanced level. So that's pretty much it. My name is DanLanPro. It's always a pleasure. I think this worked pretty well. Like I say, I'm gonna look at it. I probably could make something out of it, throw it up, use it as a short, because we're gonna be doing those shorts as well throughout this channel. So here it is, DanLanPro, short for DanLan Productions. Till next time, peace.